Raphinha transfer has been halted. That is it. The transfer of Raphinha has been halted. By who? I'm gonna come here to obviously explain it in full detail. As you know me, how I do my job, I really make sure that everyone goes ahead to obviously understand, and I leave no stone unturned. That is it. So welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where you watching us from? Rokani David is my name and hope you guys are doing fine. And Raphinha is leading this podcast that we've gone ahead to record on the 10th of January 2023. Then there is Pochettino yesterday having gone ahead obviously lose to Middlesbrough. There was a very huge exchange in between the Chelsea fans. He has gone ahead to address that. And lastly, Brighton have gone ahead to obviously plan a medical for a 19-year-old Argentine player who plays for Boca Juniors. I'm going to let you know what he does, where he plays, and what his names are. So, is there any reason that is going to keep you out of this vicinity to obviously watch this video? I hope not. So, Rokani David is my name. You can as well call me Ara. Smash the like button, comment, and share. Let's see close to 100 like in the video, right? This is the Football News Show, and let's obviously go on as we thank God for the gift of life and the Muslims Barakallahu Fikum, right? So, let's go eyes and see what is happening from FC Barcelona and their player they signed in the summer of 2022. That is Raphinha. Now, Sport has gone ahead and confirmed to us that Barcelona want to sell an attacking player, but Deco has stopped the departure of Raphinha. Now, this has been all over social media. Stories linking Raphinha to Arsenal, linking Raphinha to what does it say? Saudi Arabia, Tottenham Hotspur, Newcastle, and very many other teams. Even Liverpool was linked. Even Raphinha was linked to Liverpool. You remember that time when Liverpool had really gotten a very good shock transfer fee for Mohamed Salah, £200 million, and they are looking in for options, and they thought that they could go and ride the side of Barcelona to make it happen, but it never really came to pass, and that shows you exactly what this story meant. Barcelona are really having financial problems, you all know, and that's why everyone is asking, why would a team go in and really sack a player they went ahead, and sell a player they went ahead to obviously buy close to £60 million from Leeds in the summer of 2022? The answer is simple. This side of Barcelona has financial issues, and they need to obviously get in money to really strengthen other positions. When you look at how Yamal is going to have to come in and perform, you understand that there is huge chances of Raphinha quitting the side of Barcelona. Not because that Raphinha wants to go, but it was rumored to be or alleged to be a club decision. But Deco, the new sporting director of Barcelona, has stood in the way of this transfer, and that is it that we are getting in from Spain. And to really bring you more facts about this guy, Raphinha, is really doing good for me at Barcelona, but he was really looked at as a weak spot, you know, because they're having very many players who can play into that wide play. That is it. And the only player they have that can get them a lot of money is Raphinha. I know Gavi can get them a lot of money, but not as much. Sorry, I know Gavi can get them a lot of money. Pedri can, Frankie de Jong can, but they're looking at a player, or they were looking at a player they can easily sell and not really miss him. And that player was Raphinha. And I knew to it that last summer it was hard for Raphinha to leave the side of Barcelona because it's very, very, very ridiculous and shocking for a team to obviously sell a player that's going to obviously spend or really have 1 year at the club. So all what's supposed to be done was simple: get him here and keep him here. So Barcelona now have gone ahead to make up their decision and mind that Raphinha is going nowhere and Raphinha is not for sale. So everyone that was looking for Raphinha and wanting to really get him, especially teams from Saudi Arabia and Tottenham Hotspur, they've gone ahead to get news from Barcelona that the guy is not for sale. But that's for now. That's for now. I've already told you, never say never in a transfer window, because in every problem that Barcelona is really having, a lot of money can be thrown onto the table and Barcelona can say, let that player leave. Even the player can be given a huge salary, you know, a huge salary, like playing for the side of Saudi Arabia. And the player will say, all right, let me go for money. We've seen very many players making decisions, going for money. Carlos Tevez going to China, Oscar leaving at the age of 23, to go to China. You get? Those decisions have been made. And never trust any South American player when it comes to money. So there is no smoke without fire, and wait and see how that happens. But for now, Raphinha transfer has been halted by Barcelona, and we wait to see what move Barcelona is going to take, because they're going to hit obviously getting Victor Roque in. There is Joao Felix. They obviously want to buy him, because when you look at Joao Felix, he's performing better than Raphinha, and Raphinha has been at this club for now 2 seasons, but Joao Felix is only here for just months. So that is it. When you look at Raphinha last season, he played 36 games, scored 7 goals and 7 assists. That is 14 goal involvements. And this season, he has gone ahead to play 15 games and 5 assists. That is Raphinha. When we go to Joao Felix, in his first season at Barcelona, Joao Felix has gone ahead to play 16 games, 3 goals and 2 assists, and this is his first season. In the Champions League, he has gone ahead to play 5 games, 3 goals and 1 assist. That is the guy. He's having 6 goals in total, and he's not being played as a forward, he plays as a wide player. And this season, Raphinha has gone ahead to play 3 Champions League games, 0 goals and 1 assist, meaning that when you look at the performance of Joao Felix, he's performing better, and maybe Barcelona might reach a level of really evaluating the two or assessing the two, and they might say, all right, let's sell Raphinha, and after selling Raphinha, let's get that money and buy Joao Felix permanently. Because when you look at Raphinha, he's 27 years of age, and Joao Felix is 23, meaning that age is still on the side of Joao Felix, and he has a lot more to offer at the side of Barcelona. He can play in every position of the forward line. He can play as a left forward, right forward, and he can lead the line perfectly and with a lot of composure, and his performances are really consistent. That is Joao Felix for you. They've gone ahead to read the story that Xavi doesn't expect obviously have Joao Felix with him next summer. Sorry, this summer of this year. I had forgotten that we've already gone ahead to enter the new year. So I don't know what your thoughts are about that, but it looks like it's not good news right there. But all in all, we wait and see how that pans out, because in a transfer window, anything is possible, right? So Pochettino, after losing to Middlesbrough by 1-0, he has come out and really told us about what brought the anger in the Chelsea fans. He said, don't be confused, because the fans were reacting to Middlesbrough fans. They were fantastic with us. Thiago Silva and some players, they are trying to calm our fan base, because I think it was a problem between the fans. Be careful how you translate to the media. So there was a time when the game was stopped because the fans were obviously trying to exchange hot words, and it looked like a cold war, but it was obviously calmed down by the senior player, that is Thiago Silva. And for me, if I'm Chelsea, I wouldn't really let Thiago Silva go. I know he's obviously not hitting his 40 years, but when you look at him, he's the best defender Chelsea is really having. So in this situation, he came out and obviously showed experience. He told the Chelsea fans to calm down, and they really calmed down, and they played the game until it came to an end. So that's the beauty of a player like him. So however much they lost, the fans of Chelsea were not hungry, because they knew they have another chance at Stamford Bridge to obviously knock this team out. That is it. And I think Chelsea will throw everything they have at Middlesbrough on, I think, the 23rd of January, and they are going to play the final. That's what I believe. It's going to be Liverpool versus Chelsea, and every football fan would love to see a Carabao Cup final between Chelsea and Liverpool. Liverpool is playing Fulham today in the Carabao Cup. We hope for the best for the two teams, but we are obviously looking at a team going to the next level, and the team goes by the names of Liverpool, and Chelsea want them to play in the final. Not so? So after that, let's go to the side of Brighton and really tell you exactly what they're all about. Fabrizio Romano coming out and confirming to us that Brighton have gone ahead to obviously schedule a medical test for Valentín Barco, but it won't be today. Plan is to make it later this week, probably Wednesday. The deal is ready with Boca Juniors for 10 million euros. Release clause set to be triggered. Paperwork time on. So this guy plays for Boca Juniors. He's 19 years of age, and he can play as a left back and he can play as a left winger. That is the beauty of this guy. And they are going in for this player. Do you know why? You remember Estupian? When he got an injury, they really suffered a lot. They had no player to cover up onto that left back position, and they really have to bring in a player to obviously do that. This guy is really talented, and he's really one of those that Boca Juniors really loves a lot. And for a player to come from that side when he's played as a left back, to cost 10 million euros at that age, it shows you that he's really good. But I would love to obviously extend my gratitude to the side of Brighton and their scouting team, because they've gone ahead to show us that things are possible. Buy a player at 10 million euros, bring him in, and obviously sell him 100 million euros plus. We've seen it for Moise Caicedo. They got him for like 10 million euros, and guess how much they sold him? 120 million euros. That is it. So it shows you that these things are really possible, and Boca Juniors, for them, they're really getting in money. But Brighton is obviously getting this player, and I think they're gonna include what we call a resell clause. You know, when they are selling the player, they might see like a 10% or 20% go back to the side of Boca Juniors. And this guy, Valentino Barco, you know, he's 19 years of age. He's 1.27 meters tall. I mean, look at his stats. They're really amazing. You know, he plays in Argentine Primera Division. That is the first league, or the first division of the of the Argentine league. 20 games in 2023. He has scored 1 goal and put up 3 assists. That is it. I think in the Champions League, that is the Libertadores, 9 games, 1 goal, 1 assist. And he also played for the Argentina under-20, 4 matches in the under-20 World Cup, 0 goals and 1 assist. That is it. So he's really a very good guy that you would really bet on and put on your money to obviously thrive at Brighton. And De Zerbi is really a very good manager. And look at how it's going to change the game of Danny Welbeck and very many other players. It shows you that he's really having a good scoop of people that know what he wants, and the sporting directors there are really important. Amid this Chelsea trying to get the sporting director and everyone from Brighton showed us that they really have lots of people in there. From the manager, they brought De Zerbi, and look at De Zerbi. Oh my, he's really one of the best performing managers in the Premier League, playing some of the sexiest football I've ever gone ahead to see, and he's still young, meaning that he has a lot to know as he obviously looks after Pep Guardiola. So guys, your thoughts on Raphinha transfer halted are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about Pochettino talking about the anger expressed by Chelsea fans away at Middlesbrough? That is the Riverside Stadium. And Brighton going in for Valentín Barco, 19-year-old Argentine player. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokani David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later, my mates. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum.